I'm Adam Minarsik, and this is the Brew Review. Got a very exciting show for you tonight. We're out on location here at the Brickworks Brewery in Hobart, one of our hometown breweries. We've got a lot of breweries in the area that we're really excited to be getting out to. Got two special guests with me today. I'd like to take a minute and introduce them. This is Brandon and Tom. They're the brewmasters here, official brewmaster. And he's the ass brewmaster. Right. Just as important as me. Yeah, the ass. So, why don't you guys take a second and tell me a little bit about the brewery and what we're going to be drinking today. Okay.
Brickworks Brewery is pretty much founded truly about 14 years ago as a home brewer. I actually hated beer when I turned 21 and was turned on to better beer.
That guy right there, hated beer.
Hated beer? I was total anti-beer until I started trying craft beers. But anyway, decided to open it up in our hometown here. It's got a lot of rich history. Thus, we named it Brickworks. This was a major brick manufacturer back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, with the Coolidge Brickworks and that. So we wanted to honor our town's history a little. And this town has so much pride, and people would love to come out and support a place like this. We tie into what the community is. And so we sent divers into the lakes over there, the old mills, and pulling up these bricks that haven't seen the light of day in 60 years, and they now have a home in these brick walls here, kind of testament to the town's history. Thus, solidifying our position as
first official brewery of Hobart.
Yeah, Hobart's first brewery.
The best part about that is we hate the brickies. I'm a Lake Central guy. I hate them.
Ah, jeez.
We got Miracle Grand behind the camera.
That's even worse.
I know he hates the brickies.
Valpo here, so.
When did you graduate from Valpo?
03.
03?
And I'm 91.
I'm an old man compared to you. I'm the ripe old age of 27. Alright, so today we're drinking the 327.
Yeah, the 327 Amber, 327 Amber. Everyone asks why that name. It's our address, 327 Main Street.
Fantastic.
We put this beer together, Brandon and I, in a very short period of time, simply because we needed something to round out our initial offerings from the American Pale Ale, from the Porter, and a wheat that we had on tap. And we needed something in between the lighter and the heaviers, and the Amber really fits that bill nicely.
I think so too. What do you say we get our nose in here, give it a smell, and see what we pick out? That's good. First thing I notice is I get a good hop off of the nose, and there's a little sweetness behind it. I think it's going to be pretty well balanced. On the pour, obviously, we've got a great amber color. We got a good head. I don't know, we poured it a little early before we started doing the review, a couple minutes. So the head had a little bit of time to dissipate, but we obviously still have a nice thick head on top. On the nose. Yeah, exactly. What do you guys get on the nose? What should I be smelling? Obviously, I've got a caramel or some sort of sweet malt.
Yeah. I'll let Brandon start.
Well, whenever I take a whiff of it, I get a good amount of the cascade hops in the finishing hop. You also get a good caramel in there. You get your sweeter kind of hop.
What is a cascade hop?
Cascade hops is it's a style of hops that's basically uses.
Is it a bittering hop? Is it something you put in at the beginning, or is it something you put in toward the end?
We tend to use it on most of the ones we use it on as more aroma and flavor hop.
Alright.
Yeah. We hopped this, what, 4 times?
Yeah. 4 times.
Alright, 4 times hop. You guys do it in intervals, or is it a continuous?
Yeah, intervals, about 15-minute intervals to boil.
How long did you brew it for?
60 minutes.
60, we brewed the first one at 75 minutes. Allow the conversion a little bit longer. But it's a decent staple brew. It sells well, and we'll continue to brew it as long as
especially when the drinker stone's not on tap.
Yeah.
People tend to rely on this one.
Alright, well let's give it a taste and see what we get out of it. I think this is my third tonight. Alright, so you switch it around the palate and try to get as much off of it as you can. The first thing you're going to notice is you got a good hop flavor that kind of tingles the sides of the tongue and goes into the back of the tongue. The back of the tongue is really responsible for a lot of tasting fat. And that's the great part about tasting beer is you gotta swallow it. You're gonna notice that the tingle from the hops follows you around the back. Louder? I can't go any louder, I'm already shouting. Alright, so here we go. It's going down the sides of your tongue with the hops. It follows you into the back. You got a great malt flavor that creates complete balance. You guys already know that Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA is one of my favorite beers because of the balance. It's a fantastic beer.
Pretty much everything from Dogfish Head's a good beer.
I mean, I have tried the 90-minute, but I think that's even better. The reason I love it so much is because you've got a sweet, sweet malt that really gives you the body of the beer. And it gives you a medium mouthfeel, and then you're going to get your hops on top of it. This beer is not going to put anybody off. You're not going to have the hop heads that are complaining that it's not hoppy enough, and you're not going to have your stout lovers that are going to say it's too thin. It's really a great medium body, and it's got a wonderful flavor.
Balances out a little with the malt sweetness and the hop bitterness, and it goes really good with the alcohol content, about 5.6% alcohol, and so we kind of wanted it to be a complete meshing of all three, equally balancing each other's out. So I tend to brew, and Brandon tends to brew what we like to drink,
Right.
and thus. The amber came forth simply because we can't keep our flagship beer on tap because as soon as we brew it, it's gone. Within a week, 2 weeks, it's gone. You brew a double batch and you drink it twice as quick.
Yeah.
And so...
what's this running us? We're buying this by the pint? We're buying this by... What do you guys sell it?
$3.50 a pint.
$3.50 a pint. Do you guys sell it for take-home?
Yes, absolutely. We have growlers to go. Growler refill specials on Mondays are $8 growler refills. Usually brand new growlers are $15, 13 refills.
16 and then refill.
We do run a few specials. We were doing $5 growler refills on our Belgian wit earlier this week, and it went like that.
Yeah, so it's growlers.
The economics of beer are phenomenal. Not supposed to talk about the economics of beer, but there's no reason at all you should be sticking it to your customer.
In a depression, the most purchased, in a recession, depression, whatever it is, the most purchased commodity is alcohol.
Followed closely by chocolate and gambling.
Yeah.
Beer tends to be recession-proof.
Yeah, it is. All right. We're going to have to wrap this up real quick.
Okay.
I want to thank you guys so much for being on the show. I really appreciate the opportunity to be out here.
Love to have you anytime.
I gotta believe that the 327, the Amber Ale, is a fantastic beer, and that everybody should get out here and try it. If you guys have a growler, probably take one home with me tonight.
Absolutely.
Because I love it, and I think it's a great deal, especially at $3.50 a pint, because you're gonna end up at the Franklin House. Because I know you guys are all a local crowd. You're gonna end up at the Franklin House in Belleville paying $5.50 a draft for Fat Tyler, and it's not worth it.
New beer. You do like the Amber, the Cornerstone that will come up. That's our American Pale Ale. That's the flagship.
Yeah, and that'll be, we're transferring that one over tonight. We got a Harvest Peach Wheat coming up. We have our Potawatomi Porter, which has been quoted by regular customers tasting like liquid milk duds. And a few other exciting beers coming up. Our Froggy One at Cortland, that's our Vanilla Bean Cherry Blossom Ale. Just an experimental batch we're going to try out. Then we got a lot of good spring beers coming up, leading into our Spring Beer Fest and American Craft Beer Week.
Oh, excellent. You get your spring beer. What kind of beer are you doing for that?
Well, the Amorta Irish Red, leading up through St. Patrick's Day. And then, what else are we doing? Kolsch. Oh, that one's actually a summer beer, isn't it?
Alright, well, thanks again, guys, for being on the show. Really appreciate it. Your beer is excellent. Your food was absolutely phenomenal. I am going to have to cut this video somehow.
No problem.
I'm not really sure where I'm going to do it, but I appreciate the time.
Anytime.
Great to see you.
Pleasure to meet you guys. Please come out anytime. I'll be always glad to have you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Cheers.
Prost.
Until next time.